Call me Sonic the way I'm unleashing my warehouse. Sonic Frontiers was released almost 3 years ago, and I feel like the next mainline Sonic game is coming up very soon. Possibly gonna get teased maybe this year, at least I hope. The development time between Forces and Frontiers was about 5 years, so with a much bigger team and budget, I would like to think a 3 to 4 year development time is good enough, but I would like for them to take as much time as they need for this game. Now, with Sonic Frontier setting up a lot of pieces for the future of some of the characters, like going on their separate journeys and dealing with their own stuff, I would love to see the next game follow up on that. Hopefully, giving us different stories, similar to how they did in the adventure games. I hope the next game focuses hard on the story, similar how the Frontiers did, and like how games like Adventure or Black Knight did as well. I would love to see characters like Amy, Tails, or anyone to get their own time to shine. Like maybe even characters we haven't seen or played as in a while, like the Chaotix. A Chaotix story would be awesome, or even just a side thing, maybe with something like Silver or Blaze, heck, even Big. I also feel like the next game is a good way to introduce characters from the IDW comics. Characters like Tangle, Whisper, and even Surge. I think I would actually have a heart attack if we get to play as any of them in the next Sonic game. It's unlikely, but I will cry if it does happen. I do think we will be getting IDW characters in the next upcoming Sonic Crossworlds. And you bet your butt I'll be a Surge main. I do wonder which type of gameplay style they'll go with for the next game. I know they said that the Frontier style will be the next 10 years, but it would be cool if we got a huge giant map to run around in, besides separate locations. But the huge map will have different types of spots, like a city area, beach area, casino area, or even a jungle area. With them sticking to the open world format, I wonder how much they'd change it. Maybe have the different areas have levels in them, kinda like Unleashed? I think that would probably be the best bet. You know what I would like to see? A new playable character. We haven't gotten that since like '06. A character we've never seen before, and we get to play them and learn more about them. I know we get new characters with almost every game, like Sage, Infinite, sadly, the Deadly Six, but we don't get to play any of them. Unless you count Sonic Dash, or Sonic Forces Speed Battle, or even the upcoming Crossworlds. But I want a brand new character that could help elevate the old lore we don't know much about, or even add some new stuff to the world. Maybe a raccoon character. Speaking of new characters, I don't think Eggman should be the main villain for a while. I personally think we should get a new big bad for the Sonic franchise that should stick around. I only say this because in Sonic Frontiers, they humanize him a lot. I don't see how they can keep him the main villains of games now, if I'm being honest here. Especially with his emotional attachment to his new daughter, especially since at the end of Frontiers New Horizons, Sage didn't seem to be so evil like Eggman. I'm not saying Eggman should no longer be a villain, I just think they should put him on the back burner for a game or two, and introduce us into a new powerful evil that they hopefully don't kill off in one game. Cough, cough, Infinite. Side tangent, I would love to see characters get their own villains again. Shadow has Black Doom and somewhat Mephiles. Silver also has Mephiles and Iblis, but I can't think of a character that has their own personal villains. It'd be cool to see if they start doing that again. I want to see Tails throw hands with someone. I mentioned it before with the areas of levels I'd like to see in the next game. And we finally get original stages again. You have no idea how farewell I would go for an open city area in a Frontiers-like game. If we're strictly talking about areas and not levels, I would love to see a jungle area, a snowy mountains area, and maybe a robotic area taken over by Eggman, similar to the city in IDW. Let me know what kind of areas you would like to see in a Frontiers-like sequel. For the music of the game, I sincerely hope they bring back Kellen Quinn, man. Those vocal tracks in Sonic Frontiers changed me as a human being, and I am not kidding. I have those songs on repeat all the fucking time. They got me throwing it back, twerking, man. It's crazy. But if they can't bring back Kellen Quinn, I would love them to bring back Nathan Sharp, aka Nate Wants to Battle. His song One Way Dream and all the covers he's done are, in my opinion, immaculate. I would love to see him back someday. I'm also excited to see what they do for the combat in the next game. While I love the combat in Sonic Frontiers, it is definitely mostly flash without substance. It looks cool as hell, but it doesn't really have any oomph, you know? I hope they bring back combos similar to the Werehog in Sonic Unleashed. Getting those right were fun as all hell. And I wish for them to make a better skill tree for the next game, because in Sonic Frontiers, when I first played it in 2022, I got almost all of them at the beginning on the first island, and throughout the entire game I thought it was gonna like extend for me to get more, but it never happened, and I was kind of just like, is that it? So I really hope for them to add a much better combat system. Do you know what I'm excited about in the next mainline game? The bosses. The bosses in Sonic Frontiers is probably the most hyped and excited I've ever been for Sonic. With the Sonic team's newfound budget and bigger team, I cannot wait to see what they cook up in the next game. If they could make me feel like Beast Gohan in the first game, I cannot even begin to imagine what they have cooking in the lab right now. I would also love for them to bring back the big fishing minigame. Maybe not as broken as the one in Frontiers where you can just beat the whole damn game as fishing, and trust me, I have many times. Maybe just have the rewards something similar to Sonic Generations challenge rewards, like music in the hypothetical jukebox, maybe some lore bits similar to Eggman memos, or maybe some neat stuff like customization. Please, Sonic Team, I want to play dress up with Sonic. But honestly, that's all I really want to talk about regarding the upcoming Sonic game. I guess we'll see if this video ages well or not when we will see this Frontier spiritual sequel. My guess is in the next year or two, especially with the upcoming 35th anniversary. I'm sure they want to announce something for it, maybe in a Sonic Central or some game show event. Either way, I'm hyped. Let me know anything you would love to see in the next mainline Sonic games. I would love to hear your thoughts. Also, thank you to everyone who watched my silver video last week. It really does mean a lot as a very small and upcoming creator. I hope to keep creating content in the future for y'all. And as always, I hope you have a lovely morning, day, evening, and or night. Goodbye.